Hey guys, welcome to the Horst Kitchen. We had so much fun with our communion bread video that we wanted to continue doing that each week with you guys, whether you like it or not, because we thought it was fun. So today we are actually going to be showing you a very common Horst family dinner. And Mike loves to make fried chicken, and it's really, really good. In fact, I think it's one of the reasons why my dad allowed him to marry me. Oh, I know, it's okay. Because he loves his fried chicken so much. So you're going to get a peek into that recipe, as well as Brussels sprouts, which I know sounds a little weird because, you know, who likes Brussels sprouts? But they are really, really good. And then sweet potato fries.
Nice. And so we have our Cheerios here. As you can hear, our little man's getting a little crazy. So we got the Cheerios to help him out while we do this video. In just a minute, we're going to put on our aprons and get started. All right, so now the first thing that we're going to do in terms of seasoning our chicken, if you want to come in here, Carrie, and look, Carrie is our camera person at the moment. We have chicken thighs. Now, you know that if I was making this fried chicken for real, I'd have thighs and legs and it'd have skin on. But this is what we had in the freezer, so that's what we're using. This is what you do in Corona lockdown. You look in your freezer, you see what you have, and you use that. So the first thing that we're going to do before we actually get them breaded, here, hold on, honey, look. Before we get them breaded, we're going to season our chicken first. That's really important to season the chicken first, because that's what you're going to be tasting is the chicken. The breading's great, but I want the chicken to taste good also. So let's try. Let's get some salt on this, honey. Let's get some salt on this. Ready? Take some salt. Go ahead, take some. That's a lot of salt. Go ahead, take just a little. And then pour it over the chicken. Yay, like that. So that has a lot of salt right there, which is fine. Listen, chicken is one of those pieces of meat that handles salt very well. Okay, so you don't have to be too afraid about that. You don't want it to be concentrated on one piece of chicken, but that's okay. That's what happens. And so we have the salt there, and the chicken is just getting seasoned with salt and pepper. Just like that. See how that's generous on top there? That's the chicken seasoning. In the flour, we're going to do the same seasonings. Going to give it some salt too, because we want this to taste awesome as well. We don't want it to taste like flour. You want to put some pepper in there for me? You're going to salt, pepper. Good job. A little more. A little more. Excellent. Thank you, Clara. Salt and pepper in there. And the only other thing that I'm adding to the breading is paprika. Just a little bit of paprika there. Why? Because I like it. And that's for another one. So now we're going to take a fork. Watch out, honey. We're going to mix up the breading like this. You can mix. Yep. We're going to mix it up so that all of those seasonings get everywhere in the breading. Anyway, so what you're going to do is take the chicken. We're going to bread it. I'm going to put it right there in my pan like that. And with a dry hand, which would be this one, we're going to do that. And just kind of roll it around. He's getting in there, Carrie. And knock off the excess flour, because you don't want all that flour. And then lay it there until you're ready to go. Okay, now we're going to get ready to actually fry our chicken. Normally, I use extra virgin olive oil to fry my chicken. Some of you who make fried chicken who are traditional Southern people or traditional fried chicken people are thinking, where's the Crisco? But my grandmother always taught me to use olive oil, and I enjoy it. But here's the problem. Thanks a lot, Corona. We're out of olive oil, and we haven't actually gone to the store yet. So we are going to use vegetable oil instead. All right, I'm going to take my chicken. I want you to see what I'm going to do. The oil is in there. It's hot. You hear that sizzle? I'm going to put it this side down and let it drop in front of me, or back of me this way, so that the oil's not splashing up on me. And I'm only going to put in about 4 pieces of chicken in here, because anything more is going to crowd the pan, and also it's going to make this oil temperature drop too much. Okay, you see that sizzling chicken going? And now we're going to flip it over. See that nice brown color? That's good enough. Sometimes a little bit more brown would be nice too. As they say, I must do that word, brown food tastes good. Okay, flipping those over. There we go. That's a nice color. That's what you want to see. One more this way. Excellent. So we're going to fry the rest of these things up and then move on to our next part of our meal. Okay, our chicken is out. I have temped it. I have one of those awesome meat thermometers, digital meat thermometers. We want this at about 165. Any higher than that, you're flirting around with dry chicken. Any less than that, you're flirting around with raw chicken, and that's no bueno either. But there.
Let's play Bethel Sprouts.
Okay, Okay, so we are moving on to making our Brussels sprouts, which I know, as I said, most of you are probably thinking, ugh, Brussels sprouts. However, these make Brussels sprouts really yummy, and it's actually one of the few recipes that I really like. Now, we're doing, Brussels sprouts. I like lots of recipes. But we bought frozen Brussels sprouts, and these are probably not ideal, but in times of COVID-19, you do what you have to do. So we've been having a lot of frozen veggies in our house just because they last longer. Then you want to season your Brussels sprouts. So you're going to get some pepper.
Can I do some pepper?
You want to do some pepper?
Okay.
Come in closer. Want to dump it in? Oh, good job. Fantastic. Let's do a little bit more. Okay. Then we're going to get some salt. You want to do some salt, Clara?
Okay.
A little bit. Not that. Okay, that's a lot of salt. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Some salt in there. And then some crushed rosemary.
Can I get some more?
No, that's enough. Mommy's going to do the rosemary. Look at this. Okay.
Any salt?
And then once we've gotten it well seasoned, we're going to do our aromatics. We've got some onion petals, which we prepared ahead of time.
I can do those.
Sorry, you're right. Hold on, well, Mommy's got to do something with the garlic, so you want to put that in. Okay, while she's doing that, you want to take your garlic that we've already chopped the end off of, and you want to smash them to kind of release the flavor. There we go. So what you want to do is you want to dump it in the pan. We actually got this pan from Pampered Chef. And it's nice because it kind of holds on to flavor over time and kind of adds it to future dishes that you make. And then kind of rub it around like this. Look at all that oil. Okay. And then there's actually a secret ingredient that we add into this that we mentioned earlier, which is bacon grease. Mix it all around like this. And then once you have done that, you actually want to take some tin foil and put it over the top and kind of seal it in. Because, Mike, why?
Because you're going to seal this in. We're going to put it in a 425-degree oven. And that is going to actually steam it for a little bit. But they were frozen, if you remember. Normally, when I make this for real, I use fresh. But we haven't been buying fresh produce because just not sure if we're going to go through it in time and don't want to throw all that out. We've just been doing the frozen vegetables. But this works. And so you steam them in the oven, 425, for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then you're going to take the foil off, put the oven up to broil, and broil it for another 10 minutes until it gets a good char on, thank you, gets a good char on those green, boring pieces of Brussels sprouts. Once it starts to get that brown on it, that's where that flavor is at. So Carrie, go ahead and put that in the oven, 425, it's already set. See the chicken and our sweet potato fries waiting to be dined on. There we go, 425, 20 to 25 minutes. All right, we are nearing the end of our meal, and what meal is not complete without gravy when you're doing a home-style fried chicken dinner? And so if you want to come in here and look at this pan, the pan has all of that brown goodness from when we fried the chicken. And we ditched most of the oil in there, okay? Because you don't want to have all that oil for your gravy. You're going to have oily gravy. That's just gross. So, very, very hot pan. I have it up to close as high as I can get it. We want to get it screaming hot. And you're going to take about 2 tablespoons-ish of butter. And then you want to leave 1 little tablespoon left for the end. I'll tell you why. Throw your butter in there, let it start getting melted. See how it's all getting melted? And I like to use a whisk because it scrapes up this metal stuff. If you have a non-stick pan, you're going to have to use plastic. You can't use metal. Okay, and as the butter is melting, we're going to take the flour that we had before that we seasoned the chicken with. I'm just using a regular spoon. I'm going to do about 3-ish heaping spoonfuls, maybe a little more. Nice little there. And so we're going to make a roux. We're going to mix this in with the butter like this, getting all those chicken bits all together till the butter goes away and you have like this brown, sandy looking stuff. Okay, so make sure you get all that stuff off the bottom. Alrighty, you'll really start to smell the flour now as it's browning up. Take some milk. I got a 1.5 cups of milk. Watch, it's going to get hot. Gently pour that in. Some people, when they're making gravy, would actually have had this milk warmed up. I didn't because I just forgot about doing that. But that's a whole temperature of the pan thing. So I'm pouring that milk in, still constantly stirring. Where the object of the game now is to dissolve that flour, not to end up with Play-Doh. So I'm going to pour all that in, just like so. Mix it. We're still on high heat. High heat. There's my daughter. Okay, and as I said, you can see this is too thick. So we're going to add some more water to that. If you had chicken stock, that would have been ideal. We don't have any here, so we're just going to use water, and we're going to season it on the back end to make sure it's the way I like it, okay? Let it come back up to a boil. But what you're going to do with any type of, you can do this with any type of pan sauce, gravy, whatever that you're making. You always want to use what was left over in the pan from the meat that you cooked, because that's what adds the flavor. And it's all about bringing it up to a boil and then reducing it down to a simmer. And that's how it gives you the desired thickness that you like. Now this is coming together just fine. What I'm going to do is take a tasting spoon. I'm going to taste it. Always taste your food. See what this thing tastes like. That is good. It needs just a little bit more salt in there and some pepper to give it that kick. I always like it. I'm going to reduce this down a little bit now because it was at the thickness that I liked. You can always add a little bit more water if it thickens up upon standing more than what you wanted. That last bit of butter that you saved is what's going to make this be silky. Okay, so we're going to, just before you're ready to serve, you're going to throw a tab of butter in there just like that. Get you a regular gravy spoon and mix it in. And this is going to make this look nice and silky smooth. All right, and here we are. The final product are fried chicken, sweet potato fries, and Brussels sprouts. Do you like Brussels sprouts, Clara?
I don't.
What's your favorite part?
Gravy.
The gravy?
Gravy's really good.
Yes.
Here, Claire, you want to try some Brussels sprouts?
I don't like them.
Are you sure?
No.
They're pretty yummy and taste like bacon.
I don't like it.
You want to try?
Like it?
Okay,
So
you
it's a
don't have to.
surefire hit with all your kids. But anyway, that is it. That is us. Oh, look at that. We're having a fried chicken dinner tonight for our Friday family dinner. Fried chicken with what was in the house, gravy, Brussels sprouts, and sweet potato fries. You all enjoy.